Hello, I'm Dr. Andrew Weeks. I'm the current chair of the psychology program here at Nipissing University. Psychology, I think, since a very early stage of my life has been a core interest. So the ability for me to talk about psychology and teach the next generation of students every year, it's a wonderful opportunity. What excites me, I think, is just sharing it's really about who we are and how we behave and what we do. And to me, there's nothing more core to be interested in. So this program stands out in my mind because of its size, frankly. It's a little bit smaller and you get more opportunities. Further, we don't currently have a graduate program, so that allows undergraduates to get involved directly. They're often doing thesis work with us in our labs, they're publishing papers, they're going to conferences, and that's not always the case at other universities. Psychology starts with a core course that everyone probably knows called Introduction to Psychology. It's a good survey course. It talks about all the different areas of psychology, and from there you go into different kind of specialty areas. You might be interested in learning, you might be interested in child development, you could be interested in psychopathology, which is things like anxiety and depression, and all of those things kind of spin out from that introduction class. Unlike maybe a professional program, psychology as an undergraduate degree doesn't lead to a specific career immediately, but it gets you ready for lots of other things. You could go on to become a clinical psychologist through graduate school, but in general, if you do want to stop after the undergrad, of course, you could go into teaching and so on. But if you want to stop, think about it. You've learned how to speak to people, you've learned how to communicate, you've learned what motivates people, and all things related to working environments typically involve working with coworkers, and that really is what psychology would be excellent to do in terms of preparing. It's really exciting for students at the undergraduate level here at Nipissing because we all have active research labs. And our students, our undergraduate students, get involved directly. They can start as early as first year, often second year, they're learning things, and then by the fourth year, they're actually running their own projects. So this is what I'd encourage. Get involved with our labs, whether it's around evolutionary psychology. I'm a neuroscientist, so you can study the brain. You can do all sorts of wonderful things, but get involved in a lab. Just have to show that initiative to reach out. So all the faculty members have their own research programs, and they're experts in their own area, whether they're interested in social psychology and hormones, whether they're interested in the neuroscience piece, as I am, they're interested in different areas of psychology, and because they're an expert in their field, they can bring that into the classroom. Psychology at Nipissing leads a lot of times to becoming teachers. We have a lot of students that do that. There are absolutely people that go on to doing all sorts of other professional programs. Of course, clinical psychology is the most obvious, but from the neuroscience and the BSc side of psychology, we send people to med school. We sent people even to veterinary school, different things like that. So there's lots of career paths that open up from our original undergraduate degree. The learning environment is obviously variable depending whether you're in class. The first year class would be fairly large for us, but even those numbers are very small. When people say that they have small classes, I'll give you a concrete example. I teach a third year class called neuropharmacology. May not be of interest to you specifically, but that class typically has about 15 students in it. So when I say learning environment is intimate and you can have that good interaction with your professors, that's really what I'm talking about. Other schools will kind of have that idea that it's small. This is truly small and intimate and a highly engaging environment. Students, again, it's difficult these days. I understand people are kind of shy, they don't want to reach out. I think it's always the case that showing that initiative, getting involved, asking questions, being a self-advocate, I think, is important in terms of equality. You want to make sure that you're kind of reaching out, asking questions, getting engaged. That's the hardest thing. In today's world, it's difficult to get engaged, but I would argue that that's what the quality that I would see in the student when they're really excited about it and they get engaged with the subject matter makes all the difference. The advice for students considering any program around psychology or otherwise, read up on it, watch videos like this, reach out, ask questions, determine whether this is the right fit for you. The other thing that of course is the case is whenever you come into university, you can always look around and decide what is the right path. Of course, I'm biased. Psychology is the right path for certainly in my mind. So.